Hi friends, MD Vegan. I make a cacao smoothie today with bananas and Brazil nuts. I'll show you the bananas and the Brazil nuts. Yeah. That's a nice amount of Brazil nuts. It's nice to get warm, to have some warmth in the body. We put nuts and bananas together. We have both fat and sugar in a healthy form with lots of fiber, other than using just coconut oil that is without fiber. But this year it's super healthy fat and it keeps the body warm. That's really nice. And that's why the idea was with this smoothie. Yeah, I wanted a nice breakfast, or maybe a pot of breakfast, a starter for the day. And blending nuts with bananas or seeds with bananas has a special effect. The banana turns into liquid form when it's blended. You could eat just full container of blended bananas and it's super delicious and super healthy. Some people live on that, almost. Some greens and so. But when you put nuts in it, it turns the texture into a little bit more creaminess and it has this shiny, glossy, silken surface. Very delicious. It looks so wonderful and has, of course, a higher nutrient value. And that's what I wanted. Keeps a little longer. And it is, of course, warming. Yeah. So, and what also warming is cacao. That is really an ancient food, from the South American island. And there they use it, in former times, they used it not in a sweet form. They always had it in savory dishes, in drinks and so, but not with milk. They used it in different ways. And here we know cacao mostly with milk, but we can also use it in many other combinations. Yeah. Sweet most of the time. And that makes, of course, sense because cacao is a little bit bitter. And the sweetness and the bitterness are a very nice combination. So this is my basic flavor, just bananas, Brazil nuts and cacao. That by itself is a wonderful and delicious smoothie, very healthy. There are so many antioxidants and cacao is super high, and all the benefits from the nuts and from the bananas I don't need to mention now. I talk about this sometimes in other videos too, but for now it is this nice flavor of the chocolate smoothie, cacao smoothie. But today I want to add 2 more spices. The basic one is perfect by itself, and now I add chili and vanilla. Also a wonderful combination. These two are really nice pairing. I use it in many recipes, and pea soup, for example. I have a famous pea soup for myself. I call it vanilla chili, or chili vanilla, because chili is a little bit less. Yeah, you see that this bird-eye chili is a very small amount only, because chili comes in different grades of hot. And this one is a medium grade, it's 5. 10 you cannot even touch with the fingers. You have to wear something before your mouth and eyes. It's really too hot to touch it. So 5 is okay, you can handle it, I can touch it, no problem. It won't hurt. But it is also pretty fruity already. The hotter the chili is, the more fruitiness is in there, but you cannot measure it as well if you're in small amounts. Yeah, you have to have big pots, then you can put the hotter chili in there to make it nicer flavory. Here, savory. This here is vanilla. It's a vanilla bean, ground, and I have a little bit more. Yeah, and it's a very rich flavor. Yeah. Vanilla is a flavor that has been fermented from the vanilla pods. That's beans from a blossom of a fruit, of a plant, and in the southern area, very warm areas. And they ferment for many weeks, and they wait in a warm climate with heat and water and humidity, and then it turns out in this very complex, nice flavor. Vanilla is very stimulating the senses, so it makes me feel more of the flavors, more of the senses. So very nice combination with the cacao. The cacao is a rich flavor too, very rich. And with the vanilla together, you can also say that you feel more intensely all these complex flavors. A very interesting combination. I put a little bit of water in it to make it start. The blending is easier with the water because then the blades have it easier to pull it down, the produce, the bananas here. And I will see if I need some more bit of water later. For now, the blender dance, the start, and then I taste it. Most of the time I would like a smoothie with fruit and greens sometimes. I would like a smoothie fresh and cool. So some people do frozen fruit in it, put frozen fruit into it, or ice cubes to have that effect. It tastes better then. But in this case, the cacao smoothie, I think it might be nice to have it warm a little bit. So you could blend it a little bit longer if you like, until it gets warm. And then you have this richer, hot and complex flavor, maybe more enjoyable. I don't know. Cacao can also be cold, but hot is very special. So now I have it not blended too long. It's a little bit warm now, not too warm. Just now I will try the flavor. Let's see. There is. I would mention one more thing. Yeah, very nice. Perfect. The right amount of chilies there. So there's a nice pair with the cacao and with the vanilla. And I want to make sure that you know that the banana in the cacao is a little bit critical, because the banana has to be really ripe, because of the flavor. There's also an advantage to the nutrients, of course, because the sugar is all evolved from the starches. The starches and the unripe banana, they turn into sugar, break down into sugar when it matures, when it ripens. And that's important, but for the flavor, if you have the starches, so the banana is not so ripe, then it can be, this tastes a little bit sour, the banana in the cacao. In other combinations, it's not so, but especially cacao, I feel that the effect, it turns a little bit into something more sour. So that's why if the banana is really ripe, the brown outside already everywhere, and many dots, then it works perfectly with cacao. I'll put a little bit more water and blend it again. One more time. It's always fun when it comes out of the processing, then tasting. Check. Yeah, it looks good. Texture is very nice. Show in a moment. Yeah, very good. Very nice. Yeah, that will keep me warm for sure from inside. Here. Now I can see the shiny, the creamy effect from the nuts. And we'll see it here in a moment. Can you see? That looks really nice. The creamy cacao smoothie. Very nice. With chili and vanilla. Yeah. You can use other spices too. Nice. Yeah. This was now first just to try vanilla and chili. Let's see. How about cinnamon? It's also a good one. Let's see what else I will come up with. So this is for now for you. I hope to enjoy, and maybe you'll like to give me a thumbs up. Subscribe MD Vegan on YouTube. Have another recipe every single day, and find me on Facebook, Instagram, Pinterest and Twitter.